what inspired me to get into the work that I do with Healing Hurt People is I was looking for that moment. I don't know, being shot, I feel like it is a vulnerable moment. I feel like a lot of them have that, it's that crossroad moment where it's like things have been going on in their life and like this is the moment for change. Like I feel like it's the most fertile for change when people are laying in their hospital and they're sort of seeing, sometimes it's certain outcomes of the life they're living, but sometimes it's just random chance, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of youth are more harder. They're harder to reach when there isn't a moment such as this. You know what I mean? If you're living your life and there's no consequences for your actions, you know, I can give you all the talk in the world, but it's different versus, yo, you just got shot. Like, let's deal with that, but also understand, like, yo, if you want to change the things that's going on in your life, like, this is the moment to do it. And I feel like you have their attention, and that's what makes it, like more impactful. I think that it's important that we focus on giving youth and children, like, at an early age, the things that they need versus the system being broken and then we're trying to repair and we're trying to reverse things that's already been done to them. We're trying to reverse traumas. We're trying to, you know, unteach at-risk factors. That we also have to think like the youth and like the gun violence impacting the youth is also a result of the poverty that their parents may be undergoing. Making sure that we have job opportunities that's not just jobs, but like quality jobs. Policing, it not being an issue of hostility and of tension. If I look at you as part of a threat, that increases the hostility. Like why that increases also the independence of let me protect myself in my own way because I don't trust the community to protect me or I don't trust that there'll be someone to protect me that I have to protect myself, which leads into the cycle of carrying guns themselves. You know what I mean? I think some of the issues that our youth and our program are having is that they don't feel safe. They're carrying a gun because it's life or death, and I'll choose to go to jail versus losing my life because I feel unsafe. Being a black man in Chicago, you will feel unsafe on 79th and Cottage, and in certain areas you want to feel more secure, so you do things to make yourself feel secure. So it's like we also have to deal with that capacity of who does gun violence impact? Like, because if it's impacting majority black males, and then we wondering why so many black males carry guns. I think trauma presents itself like, it could be in their appearance. One time we did this activity where they were like, paint your mask, like paint the mask that you wear for the world and then state like who you really are. And most of them made like these demonic masks. Like it was like demonic masks with like the tattoos on the face and just real aggressive, just real scary looking masks, you know? And they were like, they wear the mask that's scary and to scare people away because they don't want to be messed with. Sometimes like being attacking or being aggressive is a response to feeling unsafe. I think the isolation, a lot of times we get a lot of participants where it's like they're in the program after they've been shot, like the only way they know how to stay safe is to stay out the way. Like that's the coin frame, I'm just trying to stay out the way. But what that means is that I'm gonna just go in the house and not come out and not do anything. I don't want to look for a job in certain communities because if people see me there, they might come there and shoot it up. Or I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe trying to go to one of the city colleges to get my GED because then I have to be on the bus stop. It's not safe for me to be going to this community. And it's like, it's a forced isolation where it's like, in order for me to just be safe, that means that I can't do anything or be anywhere. Being at Firebird is the outreach studio where we provide like glass blowing for participants in the program. But it's more than that because it really is a safe space for them. Like when we talk about like the isolation and like not wanting to be in the community due to the violence, like a lot of them come here because this is one of the few safe places they can come. Whether they're like from the west side, south side, up north, like, you know, like this is neutral ground and everybody understands that coming in here, and you don't have that a lot of places outside of here. If there's so much violence in your community, you're not going on walks around your neighborhood anyway. You already staying in the house. So it's like to have this be one of the few places where they can come and like engage with their peers, you know, because when we think about violence in the community and we think about like people staying out the way and being isolated, they're also not engaging with their peers. You know, that if you're in a community like riddled with, you know, with gangs and stuff like that, then it's like, you know, well, if you're trying to be something better, you're also not associating with certain people. To come to Outreach or Firebird and have like people of like-minded that all been through the same thing that you've been through and who all are trying to be better, I just think that that's not something, I feel like that's invaluable.